just look at how efficient this freaking assembly line is. Like, you can just like get mesmerized into this entire process, and then they're just like making so many of these. And then you might be asking, oh, Runda, what is this? What are they making? It's like a type of Chinese donut called mahua. And the way I see it, I think this is like one of those like simple, nostalgic street foods that's just like commonly loved in China that the Western market still haven't caught on yet. And when you think about Tanghulu being like a giant trend, I'm now predicting that this is like one of those foods that's just so simple to love and then simple to make. And it can definitely have the viral potential to become like the next food trend or like Asian food trend. Because it already exists in China. You saw how big that assembly line was. And I'm just like going onto Google Trends here. It's actually showing like a consistent search trend over the past 5 years across worldwide. And it seems like a slowly growing upward trend. So I think this entire food category, or like, I'm not sure if it's like a category of donut. Maybe you dress up with different type of icing or like different add-ons onto the mahua when you start like this franchise business. But this is the most interesting part to me, is that mahua making is actually so common that a machine exists for it. And if we go to our favorite place, Alibaba right here, it looks like an entire assembly line.
Okay, so you can order these things in for $500. So I think the opportunity here is how can you make money from importing these things?
Look at this thing, just like putting in the work of making some fresh Chinese donuts.
I think the move here is to buy 50 of them and then just start making videos with one of them of like convincing people that this is going to be like the next craze. This is the next Tanghulu craze, and just absolutely hammer that at franchise expos and just go
And we should do
door knocking on
pop-ups too.
restaurant business owners, do pop-ups, say like, look, this is gonna be the hugest trend to ever rock the earth, is this donut right here. And just so you know, if you want to buy one from me, $3,000.
$3,000 and you have a business. You have a business machine.
Just saying. That's what I think my plan is here with that one.
Either sell the machine or like get a close-ended distribution deal with like a manufacturer in China for these machines and then sell it over here. I think I would probably approach things like bubble tea shops are this Chinese donut can really complement with. And before like starting my own kind of like brick and mortar fast food franchise of like a Chinese donut place, and invite a bunch of like these other tea shop owners, or like maybe it's like supermarket owners, and or like kind of food influencers or gurus into these like pop-ups at first, just to showcase like, look at the Chinese donut, we're bringing it over here, and then this is like one of the rare places that we serve these, except for probably like some Chinese grocery markets probably already serve these hot, but then it's not like a commonly known food group to the Western market yet, that I think is just like not that simple to get in everywhere. I think once everything validates on like you selling the machines and then it performs well in different tea shops, I think you can actually start your own franchise that differentiates itself from all the other donut shops. Because like when you think about donuts, you think about, at least in Canada, we think about Tim Hortons, where in America, we think about Dunkin' Donuts. And then there's Krispy Kreme, but then like they're all just like westernized donuts. And then when I think about like independent donut shops, they're still making just like either a variety of vegan donuts or just like gorge yourself out kind of like artisan donuts that's just like much more heftier in cream and all that stuff. But then the donut category is not really differentiating itself into like something like a Chinese donut. So I would probably create the Chinese donut franchise and then just make different flavors or like different coatings of these like Chinese donuts.
Yeah.
And then maybe like as an add-on, we put like, I don't know, Oreo crumbs or like chocolate sauce on it or something for you. Then I would operate it just almost just like a Krispy Kreme, along with like the different milkshakes, where like maybe it's like bubble tea that we also serve in the same franchise shop. And then it would essentially have that kind of model. Before this entire Chinese donut craze become like even a mainstream thing or even like gets on anyone's radar. If anyone is like think about starting some kind of independent pastry shop, if they do think about Chinese donuts, they should call me because I think I have an exact plan lined up.
I feel like this is an easy sell for if you have access to Chinese market, basically. If you're anywhere like Toronto, or I mean, maybe even better than Toronto, maybe you're in Markham, you could kind of just like guaranteed do well with this thing. And I feel like this idea really blossomed when you sort of brought it into the perspective of like, this is on Alibaba and you can buy these things in bulk for like $300 a unit. So like that is just screaming major franchise opportunity, kind of in the style of Hunt's Brothers Pizza as like my favorite franchise example, honestly. And there's obviously so many different ways that you could mess around with that as a framework.
Yeah, that's not a bad direction either. It's just like you sell the Chinese donut as a franchise to gas stations, and then maybe we'll figure out the Canadian Hunt's Brothers franchise instead of like charging you $10,000 to buy a pizza oven. We'll charge you $9,000 for the Chinese donut machine.
Yeah, because well, at that point, it comes installed for you. There's training attached to it. You call this number anytime a servicer comes and they help you out.
Yeah,
and also,
it takes much less ingredients to make a Chinese donut than a pizza.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, that's true. Still, though, just gonna say, only catch, if you want to get the ingredients, you do have to buy them from us. So, just so you know. And it is at a higher price. It is. Yes. I'm sorry to say that. However, it's because it's higher quality ingredients that are for the strict quality control that we provide to make sure that every location has the same level of quality. And then you get a beautiful supplier business that you get to run for your recurring income once you've saturated the market with all of the machines that you've sold.
I already love it.
I think it's a pretty good one. I think how much does it cost again? Like, should we just buy 5 of these things and just like see if it's possible?
Yeah, that's our summer plan now. We're going to be Chinese donut making machine salesman. So if anyone is in the market to buy a Chinese donut making machine, just call us.
Yeah, let's all go splitsies, halfsies on a bulk order. Like maybe we'll get 5 people together and then we each only have to put in a few $100. I mean, like, come on, that's nothing.
Honestly, so, I have no plans on starting a business with this. Like, I just want this at home.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. Like, a house is not a home without one of those fryers in it. It's just not.
Just think about how great your backyard summer parties would be with one of these things. Just saying.
Yeah, it's undeniable.
Yeah, ask us everything about this Chinese donut making machine, and we will answer. Not guaranteeing that the answers will all be quality answers, but we will answer your questions.